Hello, my name is Sherry Sanders and I'm a county agricultural agent working in White County as a part of the University of Arkansas System Division of Agriculture. Welcome to Agriculture. This series is designed to promote and showcase women working in the field of agriculture in this state. This month we are featuring Sarah Bramall. Sarah is a small farms program coordinator for the University of Arkansas System, and she makes her home in Prairie Grove with her family. And this is her story.
So like I've said, my husband, Justin, he is the Greenland FFA, or the Greenland Ag teacher, which also comes with being the FFA advisor. And so I get to be a big part of Greenland FFA, which I love. FFA was a huge part of my life. I will easily tell anyone that my passions in life are my children, obviously my husband and my relationship with him, but my children and FFA. And so anytime I get to spend with him is precious to me. And so I help on the day-to-day, like even just earlier today, he sent me a permission slip to, go through and edit, like, does this make sense? What dates, what money do they need to bring? I get to chaperone, which is really fun. So I go to state convention, I go to national convention. When I can make judging contest trips, I go with them. Basically, if it's an overnight trip, I'm going to go. And that helps. I think it helps probably ease some parents' minds knowing that there, is a male and a female chaperone. But also we've gotten lately to where we get to bring Pearson along to some of those trips. So getting to introduce him early to some of these traditions is really fun. We just had a judging contest this last weekend, and that he just could not wait. He woke up so excited, like, we get to go to Daddy's FFA contest. And he can tell you two things, well, actually three things. He knows what his Bible looks like, he knows the Arkansas Razorback logo, and he knows the FFA logo. And if he sees the FFA logo, he says, Daddy's FFA. So I think that those are three, very essential parts of life, and the fact that he can identify them makes me happy. But so we have, if he has a meeting, I'm there. We have a show meeting coming up next week, and if he needs help with judging practices, I'm there. I'll help write out some reasons for his kids. Thankfully, his school and my office are only about 10 minutes away from each other, so a lot of times on a lunch break, I'll scoot down there because they're doing judging practices during lunch, and I'll try and help him out a little bit. He has a big auction every year, like a dinner and auction chili supper, and I am so excited about that. That was like one of my big dreams when he was an ag teacher, was that we were going to do this. And we just wrapped up his 5th or 6th year of it, and it was incredible. Record-breaking year on people that attended, money that was raised, and all that just goes back to these kids, and it just makes my heart so happy. I think a lot of times when we think about FFA, traditionally we think it's the cows, sows, and plows, and, it's the kids that grew up on farms. If you looked at Greenland FFA, you would see that that is not the case. They are a small kind of suburb off of Fayetteville almost, and the minority group for him is kids that live on a farm or have any farm exposure. So getting to show these kids that agriculture is everything, it is all encompassing. You could be a nurse at Simmons and you would still be in the ag industry. You could be a logistics person at JB Hunt, contracted out to a poultry company, and you would still be in the ag industry. And I just think it's really important to show them that it is not, one, it's not where you come from that makes you who you are, but it's the opportunities that you take a hold of. And I think it's important that we just put those opportunities in front of these kids as often as we can. So something he's actually implemented this year, and I hope I get to go. We had a sick kiddo. The first one that he did was ag industry tours. So he's taking his students out and exposing them to different areas of the industry. So this first one was more of like an ag mechanics exposure. And they went to Northwest Arkansas Sheet Metal, and the kids got to see huge machinery cut large pieces of metal and, make infrastructure and these different items that we use every day, and they don't realize that's agriculture. And then they went to both WT Equipment and P&K, so the New Holland, I almost said Blue Holland, that's what Pearson says, the New Holland tractor store and the John Deere tractor store, and learned, if you learn mechanics, sales, parts, like any of that, there's so much that, they have an opportunity to do.